Good afternoon. My name is Daniela Paul. Thank you for joining me and looking into my PowerPoint of Do I Live in a Good Community? The town I decided to do my presentation on is the town that I reside in since 2002, Lansdowne, PA. It's a small town that was established in the early 1700s. It's part of Delaware County in Pennsylvania. It's about 1 square mile. It has many large Victorian homes, along with small, intimate, cozy apartments that's geared to all ages, from small children to senior citizens. It also has a center in the middle of the town that is geared to restaurants and business, recreational centers, vinyl records, you name it, banking. Who resides in this community? It has a population of 10,641 residents. The average age of people who live here are around the age of 42. The females and males ratio, as you can see, 53% females and 46% male. As well as the race is predominantly black, African Americans, 51% versus white individuals with 40%. It also has a few mixed races, as you can see, 4% of that, and also Asians and Hispanics make a small percent, 2% along as American Indian, 1%. 65% and older individuals who lives in Lansdowne is about 1,300, and under the age of 18, 2,276. And as you can tell of the chart, and you can see the difference of ratio in residents. Quality of life, and I have a variety of charts here that talks about the education, crime, religion, poverty level. And education wise, 94% of residents who's above the age 25 and over at least has a high school diploma, followed by a bachelor's degree or higher, which is 34%. Um, this is the statistics for crimes in 2014. And as you can see, it's not a lot of crimes that occur in this town. I guess the biggest concern are thefts and burglaries. Religion wise, Catholic makes 41% of the religion practiced in Lansdowne, and none, I would think it was categorized as people who doesn't affiliate themselves with some type of religion or spiritual practice. As far as the poverty line in Lansdowne, it's about 11% of the population who falls below the poverty line, and it gives you a breakdown with ages and sex and race, also employment status. So, yeah. And to continue with the quality of life, these next three charts, two of them discuss of the most common industries and occupation that you can find either in Lansdowne itself or people who work in certain field of work. And as the leading industry is retail, followed by healthcare and other social assistance, and followed by manufacturing, and it trickles down. And for occupation, we have office and administrative support occupation that's leading by 11%, along with sales and related occupation. And then we trickle down to management occupation and transportation occupation. So it's a variety of work industries and a variety of occupation um, and jobs that Lansdowne offer. And as far as the political party in Lansdowne, majority of the presidential election, as you can see, was led by Democratic Party. I would say it was a higher, I guess, group of individuals who um, who's more lenient to the Democratic Party than the Republican Party itself. And though in 2004 presidential election, you can see the Republican Party have won that year. Former institution that you can find in Lansdowne. One of the biggest would be the Lansdowne Borough Hall. That's where you'll find the local government, police department, anything that has to do with sanitation and fines and any type of questions you might need an answer to living in the town. That's the place to go. Also, the Business and Professional Association is one of the former institutions, I would say, is because it also helps regulate and advertise and bring residents to the attention of local businesses that's around there, whether it's advertisement, whether it's having local business gathering once a year, or to do something for the town so people can know what business are in town, what business left. So yeah, and local banking help generate the economic structure in Lansdowne with small business loans and savings accounts and whatnot, and providing small loans to individuals and so forth. Lansdowne is part of the William Penn School District, and located in the town is two of the schools that falls under the district, which is Ardmore Avenue School, which is for the ages of pre-K to 6th graders, and Penwood High School, which is the age between 10 to 12 graders. And Penn High School also is shared by other local towns that's outside of Lansdowne. And the chart down here gives you a view of some of the businesses that you can find in Lansdowne, as CVS and Rite Aid. I don't think this is an updated chart, because now we have Walgreens and Aldi and things like that. So this is just a small view of some of the business that you can find in the city. Formal institutions, I would say, there's many local organizations, from Boys and Girls Scout troops to Meals on Wheels to affiliating with the Athletic Association or the Economic Development Corporation. So whatever one can, interest or activity you can find, and there's always something for everyone to do. There's many houses of worship, and I just list about three of them: the Buddhist Congregational Church, the Baptist Church, and the Presbyterian Church in Lansdowne. As far as every year, there's some type of festivities, and the consistent ones are these four here: are 4th of July parades and celebration, Memorial Day parade, community yard sales where residents and neighbors get together, farmers market around the spring and summer. So also another big thing in Lansdowne is the Symphony and Orchestra. They've been around for over 50 years. They perform in Upper Darby High School, not too far from Lansdowne, between the month of October to April. So it's plethora of activity for individuals and residents if needed. This is a map of my community, and it gives you kind of a broad idea of each street, where the starting point is and the ending point is, local recreational and parks, and where you can find public transportation. And it's not too far to the major city of Philadelphia, about like 6 miles away. So if you ever wanted to branch out the town, it's very accessible, with commute of like local transportation and bus routes, and or even cars. So yeah. And my final PowerPoint is illustrate on making a small assessment of if Lansdowne is a good community or not. And based on the reading that we had to do before we started the PowerPoint, Seeking the Good Community by Ohio State University, These are a few points that I touched at why I believe that Lansdowne is a good community. It has plenty of diverse organizations for the locals and of all ages. As far as goods and service, it's walking distance or it's right there to your needs. Don't need to leave town. Don't need to, catch transportation to go outside the city to get your basic needs and wants. As far as safety, it prides itself on environmental health. There's like different programs that help to keep the neighborhood clean, as volunteering, cleaning the parks and areas, programs to help the residents keep their property clean, as far as recycling program, bulk trash program, leaf collection. So it's they pride themselves of keeping a positive image, based on how the environment looks, and also for the health of others as well. Has a low crime rate, as we discussed in the previous PowerPoint. It also has, opportunities for growth, in church and organization, and try new things and performance arts, or et cetera, et cetera. Another thing, homogeneity, has a good amount of diverse group of residents where people share similarities as far as their education, families, and work, but also as a person a chance to be themselves and continue their culture and tradition, doesn't and don't feel like they have to, you know, be someone they're not. It's very predictable as far as, organizations around here, activities, the local policemen and the mayors and the council. Everyone gets to know, so it's nothing like different or nothing like that's out of the ordinary that someone can decide to, like, oh, wouldn't know about Lansdowne. If I can make any changes or improvement to the community, I would say create more of a diverse, organizational programs for individuals who might not fall into the majority of the race that Lansdowne provide. As we can see, Asians and Hispanics and American Indians and also foreigners could be part of that. So there's not enough organization that gears to certain group of individual who's not the majority. So having some type of awareness of who else lives around and what can we do to help them feel more welcome and accepting. So yeah, so thank you for taking the time to listen to my PowerPoint. Hope everyone enjoy. Thank you.